Hello students, myself is Dr. Reema Sinha. Presently, I am working as a associate professor in the Department of Pharmacy, Ramesh Institute of Vocational and Technical Education, Greater Noida. Students, today I am going to deliver a lecture on the topic mechanism of antineoplastic agent. Mechanism of antineoplastic agent is a part of your syllabus of medicinal chemistry 2, whose subject code is BP 501T. Students, in previous lecture I have already discussed mechanism of antineoplastic agent, which is act as a alkylating agent. So, here in this topic I have divided mechanism on the classification wise, and previous lecture I have discussed what is alkylation, chemistry of base pair, how alkylation process, how after alkylation what is the result of alkylated complex, how DNA will destroy. That all I have discussed in alkylating mechanism of alkylating agent in the previous lecture. Now, this lecture I will discuss mechanism of antimetabolites drug. So, first I will discuss the introduction of antimetabolites. What do you mean by the term antimetabolites? Then I will discuss the mechanism of purine antagonist, then mechanism of pyrimidine antagonist, then mechanism of folic acid antagonist. After that, I will discuss the mechanism of plant products, especially plant alkaloid, vincristine, vinblastine, which was mentioned in your syllabus. So, let us start with antimetabolites. The mechanism of antimetabolite is totally different from, you have read from the previous lecture, mechanism of alkylating agent. In alkylating agent, you have seen there is a generation of carbonium ion, and that carbonium ion is very reactive, and this carbonium ion is attached to the nucleophilic part of the DNA, that is N7 of guanine, and that it makes the complex which destroy the property of DNA and stop the synthesis of DNA. But here you will see the antimetabolites agent, you will find there is totally different mechanism. In this antimetabolites, what happens? It inhibits the metabolic pathway which is required for the growth of the DNA. So, when we inhibit the path of the normal metabolite, then by this process we can stop the synthesis of DNA. So, let us see how antimetabolites work as a antineoplastic agents. So, I will start from the term metabolites. What do you mean by the term metabolites? Metabolites are the chemical substances which used to take part in cellular metabolites. So, antimetabolites are analogues to this metabolite. You can derive by simple putting bioesters in the structure of metabolites equivalent group, or you can change minor structure, you can change with biosteric equivalent atom, and you can derive antimetabolites. So, antimetabolites inhibit a metabolic pathway for the survival or reproduction of cancer cell through inhibition of folate, pyrimidine and purine nucleoside pathway which is required for the DNA synthesis. DNA की synthesis के लिए purine and pyrimidine is the component of DNA. So, for DNA synthesis these nucleosides are required, but Antimetabolites inhibit this metabolic pathway for the survival or reproduction of cancer cell by inhibition of folate, pyrimidine and pyridine nucleoside. So, generally main concept of antimetabolites, it interfere the metabolic pathway, or it can replace the nucleoside, or it can change the DNA properties, physical property of DNA, so that DNA synthesis will stop and cancer cell will die. This is the core concept of antimetabolites. So, antimetabolites are particularly effective in the treatment of leukemia. Leukemia, you know, the cancer of blood. Generally common toxicities of these antimetabolites, antineoplastic agents are the bone marrow suppression, GI ulceration, alopecia, that is loss of hairs, nausea and vomiting. So, I will discuss these mechanism of antimetabolites under the three headings separately. One is your mechanism of purine antagonist, another one is your mechanism of pyrimidine antagonist, and third is your mechanism of folic acid antagonist. Basically, these antabolites are the analogues which is related to normal components of DNA. If you see the structure of all antimetabolites drug, so you can analyze these are the structural analogues to the normal components of DNA or of coenzyme which is involved in nucleic acid synthesis. So, if you remember the purine base structure, pyrimidine base structure, then it is very easy to remember all the antabolites agents structure. So, let us start with purine antagonist. So, how purine antagonist will work? You see the structure of some examples of purine antagonist. This is the example of 6-mercaptopurine, and this is the example of thioguanine. If you compare this structure with purine base, take the example of guanine, you see almost similar skeleton, only changes is here mercapto group, similar here mercapto group, only difference in this structure, here amino group is there, here absence of amino group. So, simple difference you can see if we compare with the purine base, only यहाँ पर there is amino group or it may be oxygen, but in the antimetabolites here a mercapto group is there. So, these purine base, how they will act as anti-cancer agents? Generally they can inhibit the production of purine containing nucleotides adenine and guanine. If a cell does not have sufficient amount of purines, DNA synthesis will not take place and your cancer cell will die. So, they are converted when you take the antimetabolites, purine antagonist drug. So, when they will go inside your body, they are converted in the monoribonucleotides, which inhibit the conversion of inosine monophosphate to adenine and guanine nucleotides. Here you see when you take these purine antagonists, it will go to your body, inside the body, and it convert corresponding to monoribonucleotides. These monoribonucleotides are responsible for the conversion of inosine monophosphate to adenine and guanine nucleotides. So, when we monoribonucleotides inhibit the conversion of inosine monophosphate to adenine and guanine nucleotides, when guanine and adenine nucleotides will not available for the DNA synthesis. So, then DNA will destroy and your cancer cell will die. So, simple mechanism है purine antagonist का. So, here you see 6 mercaptopurine. Generally 6 mercaptopurine, what they do, it replace the xanthine. Xanthine it replaces the xanthine. Xanthine is a naturally occurring intermediate during the DNA synthesis. So, it replaces the xanthine. In place of xanthine, if 6 mercaptopurine will combine, तो obviously DNA की synthesis रुक जाएगी. If DNA synthesis will not take place, तो then जो abnormal growth cancer cell है that will die. Here you see the mechanism of purine antagonist and you just compare. So, compare the structure. Here you see the adenine and here see the guanine. You see this is a blue color indicates nitrogen. Here amino group is there, again here nitrogen, blue color amino group is there. Wherever blue color, that means nitrogen atom in this ring. Here you see red, that indicates oxygen. You see here only difference adenine and guanine. In the case of adenine, nitrogen atom is there. In the case of guanine, only oxygen atom is there. So, only difference is nitrogen and oxygen, rest nucleus is same. If you compare, this is the purine base, now we compare with the anti-metabolized drug. Here you take the example of purine antagonist mercaptopurine. These yellow color will represent mercapto group. Here also thioguanine, this yellow color will indicate mercapto group. And you see, if you compare this structure mercaptopurine with adenine, you will find the skeleton is same, only difference is here amino group is there, here mercapto group is there. Okay. If you compare with the structure of guanine with thioguanine, you will find here mercapto group is there and here oxygen is attached here and rest skeleton is as it is similar. So, this can act as a competitive antagonist. So, by substituting for purines, these analogues interfere with the DNA and RNA synthesis. DNA के सिंथेसिस में क्या है, प्यूरिन pyrimidine बेस. तो भाई ये जो आपकी प्यूरिन बेस है इसकी जगह ये सब्स्टिट्यूट होता है. लाइक यू कैन टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ mercaptopurine और you can take the example of thioguanine. So, what will happen? Miscoding, base mismatching. So, DNA replication will not take place. If DNA replication will not take place, your growth of abnormal that will be inhibited. So, just you compare this structure, then you will understand the basic concept of purine antagonist. Now, this is the cell, साइटोप्लाज्म, न्यूक्लियस, न्यूक्लियस के इनसाइड आपका डीएनए है. सो प्यूरिन बायोसिंथेसिस फॉर डीएनए इट रिक्वायर्ड thioinosinic acid. These purine analogues, what they will do, they will inhibit the thioinosinic acid so that डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन विल नॉट टेक प्लेस, डीएनए की सिंथेसिस नहीं हो पाएगी तो जो कैंसर सेल है ऑब्वियसली वो डाई हो जाएगा. So, you just compare these two structure adenine with mercaptopurine, guanine with thioguanine. So, you see simple modification of purine base will drive the antagonistic drug. So, simple biosterically group difference है and they act as a antagonistic activity. So, by substituting of purine, these analogues, purine analogues, mercaptopurine or thioguanine interfere with the DNA and RNA synthesis and they act as a antineoplastic agent. Next is the pyrimidine antagonist. You see the example here 5-fluorouracil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the example of 5-fluorouracil, right. Here you see the bond is carbon and fluoro, carbon and fluoro. Bond is very strongest bond due to fluorine is most electronegative atom. So, it is not easy to break this bond. This is a highly strongest bond, you can't break this carbon and fluoro bond. So, how they act as a anti-neoplastic agent? Just to see, 5-fluorouracil is converted in the body to the corresponding nucleotide 5-fluoro-2-deoxyuridine monophosphate. When you take 5-fluorouracil, it will convert into 5-fluoro-2-deoxyuridine monophosphate. These will inhibit the thiamidylate synthase, which block the conversion of deoxyuridylic acid to deoxythymidyllic acid. Because this enzyme is responsible to convert deoxyuridylic acid to deoxythymidyllic acid, but when after taking 5-fluorouracil it is converted into 5-fluoro-2-deoxyuridine monophosphate, this will inhibit thiamidylate synthase. Okay. So, when this enzyme will inhibit, then there is no conversion of deoxythymidyllic acid. जब thiamidyllic acid ही नहीं होगा, so it stop the DNA synthesis. So, again you try to understand, 5-fluorouracil is converted into 5-fluoro-2-deoxyuridine monophosphate, which inhibit the thiamidylate synthase. When this enzyme will inhibit, then it block the conversion of deoxyuridylic acid to deoxythymidyllic acid. जब ये आपका थायमिडिलेट नहीं बनेगा, दैट मीन्स डीएनए की सिंथेसिस रुक गई, डीएनए की सिंथेसिस रुक गई, दैट मीन्स ऑब्वियसली कैंसर सेल विल डाई. So, this is the mechanism of pyrimidine antagonist. Now, you will see the mechanism of folic acid antagonist. Here you see the structure of folic acid. Here you see the structure of folic acid is here. Okay. General metabolic pathway, first I am going to share with you. Folic acid is converted to dihydrofolic acid in the presence of enzyme dihydrofolate reductase. This dihydrofolic acid is converted into tetrahydrofolic acid. Now, this tetrahydrofolic acid is required for the DNA synthesis. This is the normal path. What methotrexate will do? Methotrexate will inhibit the dihydrofolate reductase enzyme, okay, so that tetrahydrofolic acid will not form. If tetrahydrofolic acid will not form, then the DNA synthesis will not take place. DNA की synthesis रुक गई, that means you have inhibited the cancer cell. So, if you compare the folic acid with methotrexate, you will find, just to see the structure of methotrexate here, you see methotrexate and folic acid structure, there is difference on the amino group, here you see oxygen is there, and another difference is here is hydrogen in case of folic acid, or here you see methyl group. So, these are structural analog. Methotrexate act as a competitive inhibitors of folic acid. So, what methotrexate is do? Methotrexate bind to dihydrofolic acid. मिथोट्रिक्जेट क्या करता है? डाईहाइड्रोफॉलिक एसिड को बाइंड करेगा. डाईहाइड्रोफॉलिक एसिड डाईहाइड्रोफॉलिक रिडक्टेज को बाइंड करेगा. डाईहाइड्रोफॉलिक रिडक्टेज इज एंजाइम which is responsible for the conversion of dihydrofolic acid to tetrahydrofolic acid. जब tetrahydrofolic acid नहीं बन पाएगा, कोई एंजाइम नहीं अवेलेबल होगा, तो डीएनए की सिंथेसिस नहीं होगी. डीएनए की सिंथेसिस नहीं होगी तो कैंसर सेल का ग्रोथ और ऑटोमेटिकली इनहिबिट होगा. It also inhibit the thymidine synthesis, because one carbon transfer reaction require specific coenzyme that is synthesized from tetrahydrofolates. तो tetrahydrofolic acid ही नहीं बनेगा, तो it also inhibit the thymidylate synthetase. So these processes are essential for the metabolism of nucleic acid. So it inhibits the DNA and protein synthesis. So cells are not dividing, जो cancer cell हो divide नहीं हो पाते हैं. So you see here folic acid, how methotrexate act as a antifolate agent. So you just see here, just I am making a flow chart. Here I am just making folic acid will give you dihydrofolic acid in the presence of dihydrofolic reductase. Okay. Dihydrofolic reductase is enzyme. Now dihydrofolic acid is converted into tetrahydrofolic acid. So these there is so many coenzyme like N5, N10, methylene tetrahydrofolinic acid, N5 methylene tetrahydrofolinic acid, N5 N10 methylene tetrahydrofolinic acid. These are the coenzyme which is required for the synthesis of DNA. So these are the general mechanism. What methotrexate is doing? Methotrexate, if it give the methotrexate drug, it will inhibit these dihydrofolic reductase enzyme. If it inhibits the dihydrofolic reductase enzyme, then tetrahydrofolic acid will not form. Tetrahydrofolic acid is not available, then the DNA synthesis will not take place and the cancer cell destroy. So this is the mechanism of antimetabolites. Now we have completed two mechanisms, alkylating agents and antimetabolite. Third mechanism is your mechanism of plant products, that is your plant alkaloid, which is isolated from vinca rosea, vincristine, vinblastine. So how they act as a antineoplastic agent? You see cell division, normal mitosis, the phase from anaphase from metaphase. Okay. Here you see spindle and chromosomes, you just tubulin molecule stack to form meiotic spindle and then anaphase will occur. This is the normal mitosis phase. But in the case of vinca alkaloid, what happened? Vinca alkaloid, when you take the vinca alkaloid, so it prevent the formation of anaphase from metaphase. जब आप विनका alkaloid ड्रग लेंगे तो एनाफेज बनने नहीं देगा. क्या करेगा ये? ट्यूबुलिन, यहाँ पर ट्यूबुलिन मॉलिक्यूल स्टैक टू फॉर्म meiotic spindle. Just receive. In this case, tubulin molecules fails to polymerize in the presence of vinca alkaloid. You take the example of vincristine और vinblastine. उसके प्रेजेंस में ये जो ट्यूबुलिन मॉलिक्यूल्स है पॉलीमराइज नहीं हो पाएगा. ओके. जब पॉलीमराइज नहीं हो पाएगा, एनाफेज नहीं बन पाएगा, एनाफेज नहीं बन पाएगा और ये जो डिजोल्यूशन हो जाएगा, जो मायोटिक स्पिंडल बन रहे हैं इसका डिजोल्यूशन हो जाएगा. डिजोल्यूशन ऑफ द मायोटिक स्पिंडल लीड टू सेल डेथ. तो बेसिकली एनाफेज नहीं बन पाएगा एंड जो मायोटिक स्पिंडल है वो डिजॉल्व हो जाएगा. डिजोल्यूशन ऑफ माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स विल लीड टू सेल डेथ. सो दिस इज द mechanism of plant alkaloid. So you have seen three different mechanism. One is your alkylating agent and another is your antimetabolite and third is your plant alkaloid. So these three are totally different mechanism. Okay. So next I have to discuss the mechanism of antibiotics. Antibiotic mechanism generally based on the intercalation process. So, that I will discuss in your next lecture. Before going to antibiotic mechanism, I will discuss SAR of antibiotic. So, I have taken the example of dactinomycin. So, you see the structure of dactinomycin. Here you see plain phenoxazone ring, and this is the amino acid sequence, peptide linkage is there, amino acid sequence, lactone ring is there. So, if we change in substitution on the dactinomycin, it influence their binding to DNA and usually it make less effective. यदि आप इसमें कुछ चेंजेस करते हैं इनकी स्टीरियो केमिस्ट्री में, इनके जो सीक्वेंस है उनको चेंज करेंगे या जो भी अमाइनो एसिड इसको आप चेंजेस करेंगे, इसके सीक्वेंस को चेंज करेंगे, तो यू विल फाइंड इट विल अफेक्ट द बाइंडिंग टू डीएनए और आल्सो एंड मेक द डीएनए लेस इफेक्टिव. यदि आप इस लैक्टोन रिंग को ओपन करते हैं, ओपनिंग ऑफ लैक्टोन रिंग चेंजिंग द स्टीरियोकेमिस्ट्री ऑफ अमाइनो एसिड्स एबॉलिशेस द एक्टिविटी, एक्टिविटी खत्म हो जाएगी. Here you see the methyl group, this is your methyl group and here is also methyl group. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the 4, this is the 5, this is the 6. So, 4 and 6 methyl group, if you replace 4 and 6 methyl group by other group, then it will reduces the activity. If you change the methyl group को किसी और ग्रुप से रिप्लेस करेंगे तो एक्टिविटी आपका ख़त्म हो जाएगा. लास्ट है amino group, replacement of 2 amino group also reduces the activity. यदि आप इस amino group को replace करते हैं किसी और ग्रुप से तो एक्टिविटी आपका ख़त्म हो जाएगा. दिस इज द SAR ऑफ antibiotic, that example is the dactinomycin. You see the structure, any changes in the conformation, stereochemistry or replacement of any group will lead to destroy the activity. So, just to remember, any changes in the conformation, stereochemistry of the antibiotic, example is dactinomycin, will lead to decreases the activity. So, we have discussed alkylation, antimetabolites and plant products and the SAR of antibiotics. So, now the mechanism of antibiotics. So, we will discuss the next the mechanism of antibiotics. So, we have अभी तक हम लोग डिस्कस कर चुके हैं एंटी मेटाबोलाइट्स में. एंटी मेटाबोलाइट्स से वन मोर ड्रग इज दैट इज योर इटोपोसाइड. ओके, व्हाट इटोपोसाइड विल डू? इट inhibit the topoisomerase 2. Topoisomerase 2 enzyme that is responsible for the unwinding linking of DNA. So, when it inhibits the topoisomerase 2 enzyme, then DNA will break. If DNA will break, then the cancer cell growth will be die. So, is this way etoposide act as a anti-neoplastic agent. So, we have discussed the alkylating agent. So, what alkylation is doing? Alkylation alter the structure and function of DNA by cross linking or by fragmenting DNA. This is the flow chart, so that you can remember the different mechanism of anti-neoplastic agent. And what about the anti-metabolite? Is block the purine synthesis and pyrimidine synthesis. Also, it blocks the dihydrofolate reductase enzyme, so that DNA synthesis will not take place. And we have discussed the 5-fluorouracil and etoposide mechanism. So, etoposide it inhibit the topoisomerase 2 enzyme and 5-fluorouracil inhibit the deoxyribonucleotide. So, you have seen the different mechanism of anti-neoplastic agent. So, now next is antibiotic. So, mechanism of antibiotic I will discuss in our next lecture. So, this is all about the mechanism of antimetabolites alkylating agents, plant products, SAR of antibiotics. So, next lecture I will discuss the mechanism of antibiotics and synthesis of drugs which is mentioned in unit 1. So, thank you students.